everyone. Some of you might remember me. But my name is Jonathan Gardner. I'm an advocate, I'm a speaker, I am self-employed, I'm a cancer survivor, and I happen to have autism. And I'm the official ambassador for Operation House Call for the Arc of Massachusetts. And I sit on a variety of boards. And I also advocate for autism, disability rights, and cancer funding. Thank you. Now, raise your hand if you ever helped out at home, volunteered, or done something that felt like real responsibility. Those are all, raise your hand please. Those are all real skills. I believe that work helps us feel like we belong. Everyone deserves that feeling. Everyone here has a work story, even if you haven't had a job yet. You still have a career story. Learning counts. Volunteering counts. Helping at home counts. Today, I want to tell you my story. Not because your path will look like mine, but because I want to show you how a career can start with your first job and grow over time. To my understanding, my work story, I'm going to take you back to where my work habits and vision first started. Yes, that is me. So, does anyone want to share a skill you can learn from baking? Raise your hand if you, yes. One second.
This picture reminds me of the time you were cooking in your kitchen before the kitchen became your classroom.
Okay.
Yeah. Checking out the skill could be hard work.
All right. That's a very good skill. Anyone else want to go?
You learn different measurements and how to put exactly what is needed into the product that you're making.
Yes. Yes, and that person, you have your hand up.
Usually when I'm baking with my teacher, I usually do measurements. Why I say this, measurements is a good way to predict how something is going to turn out. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So when I was 8, I went through something traumatic. School was not a safe place for me anymore. My mom and I had to find a different way for me to learn. So we started baking. My mother's grandfather was a great baker, and when my mom got stressed, she baked. So baking became a safe activity for me. It helped me feel calm. It helped me learn routines and follow steps. And it helped me feel confident again. At the time, I didn't realize it, but I was building work skills, following instructions, and finishing a task. This is the first loaf of bread I ever made. I kept baking cakes, pies, cupcakes. I even entered an apple pie contest. I got 3rd place because they said I used too many apples. I don't know how that's possible, but apparently that is the reason.
That's not a thing.
Well, apparently it is. But those apples were my contribution. That contest turned into a small business called Starlight Bakery. People ordered for me. I had to meet deadlines. I had to listen to what people wanted. It was real work. It mattered, and it was profitable. Baking helped me heal, but it also helped me learn something important about careers. It helped me understand what I was good at and what brought me joy. That is where I find, that is where finding the right job really starts. Now, raise your hand if you've ever done something your own way and it actually made it better. I'm just going to grab a few people who want to share. Anyone that wants to share, keep your hand raised.
Back first. What do I say?
Life skill? Life skill?
You did it your own way and then you made better? Okay.
All right. What?
I like to cook. Good.
I like that how my mom and cook a lot, and I go to our program learning about cooking, measuring, and different things. And also, I go to co-op learning about cooking too.
I do help my grandparents out with the dishwasher, the bathroom trashes. And sometimes I will just like to put out and out the garage once it's full. And I do wonderful at it. And anyway, before I go on, I want to say to the apple pie you made when you were young, don't use too many apples. Use only a certain amount of numbers to improve your apple pie recipe, okay? And thanks for sharing that with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's see here, where was I? So thank you all for sharing. That's exactly what it's like for me with apples. A vision is what brings joy and purpose to your job. Vision helps you decide what kind of work you look for. Your vision helps you know what kinds of people to apply for and which ones to pass on. When you have a vision, you aren't just taking any job that is available. You are looking for work that fits who you are. Think of your vision like a puzzle piece. I'll give you a second. Not every job will be the right fit for you. When you know your vision, you can ask yourself, does this job fit me? Does this job use my strengths? Does this job bring me some meaning or purpose? If the answer is no, that does not mean you failed. It just means that the job is not your right fit. My vision is to help people in any way I can. That vision eventually led me away from the oven and towards working with people. I became a skills trainer with the ARC of Greater Brockton. My mom was my job coach. Together we used my vision to move my career forward instead of taking the first job that came along. Now, raise your hand if you'd like to share something you enjoy doing or something you're good at, big or small. Yeah, we'll start over with the big table and then we'll go back to over there.
Okay. Davey?
One thing that I'm good at, and for those who are just joining us, I'm good at memorizing like the subway systems of the MBTA and schedules for like the commuter rail and all. And before, whenever I go to run the Yemen in the mornings, I usually plan the night before, maybe even a week, and I have an alarm set. I follow a routine, and my job is to make sure that I get there on time.
Anyone else? Want?
We'll do that, we'll way this way.
One thing I enjoy doing, I do it every day in my job. Like I attend events like this, I attend events like this and help my coworkers take notes or things like that. And also, I also enjoy riding bicycles and also karate. I do karate. Yeah.
One thing I enjoy doing, and by extension, I enjoy storytelling, and more specifically, I enjoy storytelling in the form of dancing. I like hip-hop dancing, and I enjoy the way I can just express myself as a person.
I enjoy photography and videography, especially of nature, transportation, whether it be trains like the MBTA or the subway, the planes that take off your local airport, or even of different food that I either cook or I get or purchase at a restaurant.
Is there still one more for that?
Thanks, is there another? Put your hand up high.
That one's there.
Yeah, we're going back corner, let's get a new.
And then we got one here, and then we got what?
I joined be a singer and making craft and what else? And I like to go to helping people.
The things I enjoy dancing, talking to my family, and talking to my boss, because I am a socialite. I'm a socialite, and I love talking to John.
Thank you. One more time. Over here, okay. You can project your voice though.
I have my own windmill in my bedroom. I watch TV with that windmill, yeah. Yeah, windmill, yeah. At the diving retreat. At the diving retreat, yeah. Good.
I am really good at counting money, building Lego, and collecting new things. Yeah. Good at adapting to changes of going through service work days too. Send me ready for the information that I was given.
Thank you very much.
Showed him, that is.
This is my job today.
Thanks for that.
My favorite thing to do, went to the Incorporated Works. I doing painting, and I like to be drawing about sunflowers. And then I had really good at painting.
All right, thank you all for sharing. That's the beginning of your vision. As I got older, my vision grew. Today, I am a state and national advocate for disability rights and cancer rights because I believe every life matters. My main job now is being the ambassador for Operation House Call. I mentor other co-teachers, and together we teach future doctors and nurses how to care for people with IDD, and/or autism. I took the things that happened to me and turned them into a purpose and into a career path. Now I want you to think about your own vision. Think of your vision like a puzzle piece. Like this one. Every job is a different shape. If you try to force yourself into a job that doesn't fit, it's not because you failed. It's because it's the wrong shape. Now, I want you to think about your future that makes you feel hopeful. This is your vision, pointing you towards the right direction. What is something you're good at? What is one thing you love to do? Is it being organized? Is it being kind? Is it being strong? Now, take out the puzzle piece and pen you all have. I want you to write down your thoughts on your puzzle piece. Take a couple of minutes to do this, please. There should be stuff on your table. If you don't have one, let me know. I can grab one for everyone. You guys don't have one up there? Yeah.
Oh, I'll get one.
Yeah.
Jonathan, can you repeat the instructions one more time?
Absolutely.
When you're writing on the puzzle piece?
Absolutely. So take out the puzzle piece and you have. I want you to write down the thoughts on your puzzle piece of your vision. Like what could your vision be like? So take a couple of minutes and do that.
And also,
Chris, you want any help? No? If you need any help, just raise your hand.
oh yeah, this is actually, and also being a judge. Being a judge.
So, my daughter's only 3 years old. And so my dream is to retire.
Does anyone need more time?
Socks, obviously, that's taken.
After that,
All right, everyone. Hope you all got all those done. Would anyone like to share? What they wrote down? Just hold up your puzzle piece, and I'm going to hear from a couple of people.
Can we actually have everybody hold up their puzzle piece, like just first, we get a cool group shot of that? I think that'd be really cool. Let's put all the puzzle pieces in the air.
Yeah, we can also do that.
That's so cool. Got it? All right, you want someone to share something?
Yeah, who wants to share? Just raise your puzzle piece.
Oh, you want the first one?
Having a nice house, getting married at 34, graduating college in criminal justice, being successful in criminal justice, being a lawyer, being a judge, making a business, and also, and I also bought my own house.
So I kind of condensed my vision into more of a condensed version, but it has the same message. So basically, I want to independently manage my own livelihood, away from the influence of my parents because they've already done so much for me. What I want to do is be able to drive on my own home, and strive to move towards my ideal career, which is to change U.S. policy in the neurodivergent and disability community.
My vision board says work at the MBTA, move to the seaside, and continue engineering for trains, boats, and maybe even planes.
I didn't realize you.
My vision board says photography, videography, talks about nature, public transit, and food. It's calming to me. I enjoy capturing the beauty of what may be overlooked in the details and understanding the world around us.
All right, back to the corner table.
Being a singer, an actor, and model, and getting married, and buy a car, and travel around the world.
I am Savanya. I'm from the Rockland. Number one is cooking class, dance class, and daycare.
My brother, think of my brother, be kind. My brother is working, cooking class, going woman class, teaching, talking to my co-workers, be independent, and I'm moving to a new house. Be strong, be crazy.
Thank you all. Okay.
No, Who else wanted to share?
good one. All right. Thank you for sharing. That is the shape of your job notebook. Now that we talked about vision, I want to talk about communicating your needs and your strengths, especially when it comes to getting a job. Let's practice something that has been a big part of my life. This apple. If I want to sell you this apple, I want to just say, here's an apple. I might go into more detail. I could talk about how sweet it is, or how juicy it is, or what you could make with it. I could even talk about why it's good for you. That's called selling yourself or advocating. This is the same skill you use in a job interview when you introduce yourself to an employer. That's called selling something. This is the same skill you use in a job interview or when you introduce yourself to an employer. I already said that part. My bad. Now, here's the important part. You can do the same thing with yourself. You can talk about what you're good at, what you enjoy, what kind of support helps you do your best. Those are the same skills you use in a job interview or when you introduce yourself to an employer. Who wants to sell me this apple? You can communicate in any way that works for you. There's no wrong answer. So raise your hand if you're willing to come up here and sell me this apple.
Oh, Davey, I think you had your hand up first. I was looking at your hand. You might have to do this more than once, Jonathan. Davey, want to come up and try to sell the apple?
And if someone wants to try to sell me one of these. You just try to sell me this.
Use your best salesman voice and sales pitch, Davey.
Here you go, Jonathan. Do you want this apple here? Well, because it is nutritious, it's juicy, and it's good for you, and you can use this in lots of recipes like apple pie, apple cake, apple crisp, whatever you like. Oh, well, what more do you need? Oh, well, I wouldn't necessarily consider it as that, because it would most likely get bruised. What if you want your apple as a throwing device? Well, then you're basically just destroying nature itself. Thanks.
You want to take one more, Jonathan? Jonathan, you want to take one more?
Oh, well, right, one more. I forgot about that. Who wanted else to come up?
This is our, we had,
Oh.
Well, I don't know, Jonathan, you pick. I saw a couple over there and I saw one over here.
Let's do that person. I think that person had his hand up first.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, yourself.
Would you like this nice juicy apple?
Why?
Because it's delicious.
Why is it delicious?
Because it's good for you, and you can keep the doctors away.
Yeah.
And you can make apple pie, apple crisp.
I feel like I was
And if you like apples, you actually can use this for a target. But I wasn't to give you the advice to use it for a target. I want to give you advice to eat it.
You know, I'm a very peaceful man. I'm sorry. So, what type of vitamins does it have in it?
It has vitamin A and it's delicious.
Okay, this time I'm sold. Thank you to our two wonderful guests that helped me out here. Now then, a second. Let's see here. This is exactly what advocating for yourself looks like. What you just did with that apple, communicating, what makes it special, is the same skill you can use to communicate. What makes you a good fit for a job. And that matters a lot when it comes to getting hired. It's very important. Anyways, when you talk about yourself in a job interview, you are doing the same thing you did with that apple. You might say, I'm good at following routines. I like helping people. I work best when I have a checklist. I do a great job when I have clear instructions. That is how you show an employer why you are a good fit for the job. I had to learn how to communicate what I needed and what I was good at, not just what was easiest for other people. Advocating for yourself is how you take ownership of your job and your future. Now, raise your hand if you would like to share one sentence you could say in a job interview about yourself. There are no wrong answers to this one. Those guys.
All right, come to the front.
They've been studious all day.
Something about me in a job interview is that I am intelligent and I'm flexible and adaptable, and there's certain changes, especially when I work at a different day than usual. Thanks, everybody.
The job interview, being sort of being smart and being you pretend you're working at a restaurant and you're making apple picks, and then you interview that person, make it really good straight, and have a really good happy mood, and to have interpreter with you, or for the staff people with you, and have a good communication.
Anyone else? Those people in back.
I would say in this scenario that I am a hard worker. I have experience working in a variety of different fields, and I'm overall a team player. So no matter what the task is, whether it's something I already know or not, I can learn fast and I can get it done, and we can, I can help take this company to the next level.
How I will say it, because I actually had one last year, was my name is Luigi Benson. I'm 22 years old, and I'm very I'm an advocate, and also help create and build that can help people with disability. And the reason why I think you should hire me is because I feel like when I work here, I can help change not only my future, I can also change people with disability and also people right now that's being attacked. I can actually help them find a way to find their peace.
Sorry, Jonathan, I was just out to help move some stuff. What was your question again?
Oh, my question? Let's see here. Well, what?
The sales pitch.
The sales pitch? I don't think.
It's all advertising.
Oh, raise your hand if you have one sentence you could say in a job interview about yourself. There's no wrong answers.
Oh, okay. So in that case, my name is David Farina. I am going to be 21 in April, and so is this like applying for a job?
You're just basically saying like, hey, here's one good, cool quality about myself that would be really good for employers to know.
Oh yeah, and one good quality that I have about myself is that I have a good memory when it comes to like scheduling and times and I would say just I'm well organized with schedules and such, including like maps and other things like that.
We'll do one more over there.
Hello, I'm Elvis and I'm really good at doing cashier and I get it at the lot and the redemption center.
I want to say thank you guys, but my thing is, I love working at Shaw's, I've been there 21 years, and my advice to whoever looking for a job, is be kind, be on time, and make sure you have good quality, good performance, make sure you look nice, you're gorgeous, or handsome. Thank you.
Thank you all for sharing. There are 3 things that help me stay accountable at work. First is my time. I know what time I start my shift. For my work at Operation House Call, I know what time class starts. If the session is from 1 to 3 p.m., I plan to arrive early so I get settled and ready. Second is reporting line. I know who my boss is, I know who to check in with or ask questions with. For my work at Operation House Call, I reach out to Nancy, also known as my mother, and Ashley if I have questions about the class or what's expected of me. Third is my work. I know my main task for the day. When I know my role, I feel more confident when I show up prepared and on time. People see me as professional and reliable. That matters when you want to keep a job and when you want more opportunities in the future. Who remembers the 3 things I said helped me stay accommodated at work? Raise your hand if you'd like to participate. Yes, the woman up there.
Oh, you said time, reporting line, and work.
That is correct.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to say incorrectly.
What? Sorry, what?
Can you repeat those, please?
Yes, it is. Take a look here. Where is it? The first one that helps me stay accountable at work is my time. Knowing my schedule, shift, and everything like that. Second is my reporting line. I know who my bosses are, I know who to check in with, and or ask questions. Third is I know my main tasks for the day. When I know my role, I feel more comfortable and confident when I show up prepared and on time. People will see me as professional and reliable. That help? Okay. Now then, excellent. Time, reporting, and work. Even though I just said that. Now, let's talk about support. Some support help us succeed. Some support makes things hard. You are allowed to have high expectations for the people supporting you. Let's play a game. So, I can show you what I mean. Take out your cards with the apples on them. Green means support that helps. This support gives you tools and lets you do the work yourself. Like give me a recipe instead of baking the bread for me. Red apple means support that gets in my way. This support stops your growth and makes you feel invisible or small. Yellow apple means too much, not sure. This is too much of a good thing, like too much frosting on a cupcake. It sounds nice, but it ruins it. I'm going to give you an example. I want you to hold up the colored apple you think matches what I'm talking about. Does everyone have their apples?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so here's the first example. Your coach makes a pictured checklist so you can work independently. What color is that? Just hold it up in the air.
For what?
Yes, that is correct. Green. A coach talks for you while you stand there. Which color is that?
Red?
Red. That is correct. Your coach checks in every 5 minutes. You might say, "I'm good. Please check in back in an hour." What color is that?
Yellow.
Yellow is correct. Let's see. Your coach finishes your work because they think you're slow. What color is that? Red is correct. You plan together before work so you can work independently. What color is that? Green. That is correct. Your coach reminds you what to do, even when you already know what to do. What color is that? Yellow is correct. Now, I want to hear from you. Who has a green support story they'd like to share? Just raise your hand if you'd like to share. You. Thanks, you. Yeah, we can do him as well.
Checklist.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Checklist.
Oh, checklist.
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 Was there another answer?
Yeah, there were. Go to that table right there.
So Green's support story that I can shortly share is that during my last time in employment, I was stuck because I didn't ask for any accommodations from the get-go. So when it came to my task in advocating for myself, I was very unsure if I was able to have a voice and, tell my employer what I required in order to do my best work, because I felt like I had to follow everything that they said to an absolute T. So I got in touch with my previous organization called Massability, and they helped me to construct a letter with possible accommodations to be able to better help me in the second half of my employment term. And from there, I was able to kind of voice my concerns, as well as possible methods that would help me within the workspace so that I could better meet their expectations.
All right, thank you. Now, who has a red support story they would like to share? Just raise your hand if you'd like to. That person right there, he was the first one I saw. All right, yep.
So, too much support that got mostly in my way is basically how my mom has basically been keeping control of like my finances, my car, and my social media, and I felt like that it was time to get support in my own way, but she kind of disagreed. So we're slowly trying to work it out and come to an agreement of how I can be capable of managing my own money financially, like making card payments and making sure that my bills are paid on time, and that when the season comes for it, to make sure that my taxes get filed.
Thank you. And finally, who has a yellow support story they would like to share? Just raise your hand if you'd like to share. No one? Oh, yes.
So a yellow support story that I can share is that during my time in school, oftentimes my parental figures would often look at my grades every term and kind of offer me advice on how to best tackle the workload. And well, it was helpful to get reminders to be able to do stuff on time and in a timely manner, because they weren't wary of how to do the work because they hadn't been in school for quite some time. It was getting to be detrimental to the point where it was disrupting my workflow. So we came up with a system where they would set reminders as like kind of like a basic criteria, but they would not try to help me directly with the work because I was trying to do it more independently at that time.
Thank you all for sharing. What you all just shared really mattered. Building a relationship with your coach means being honest about how you can best be supported. Knowing what kind of support works for you, that's part of being a professional. And being a professional also means knowing how to use tools and how to ask for guidance without giving up your independence. Now, let's talk about tools. When something new happens, don't ask for the answer. Ask for guidance. Accommodations are tools, just like baking pans. Give me a second. Wait. I can't just make a pie without this. Asking for tools helps you do your job well. And when you do your job well, people trust you. Now, I'm going to show you a few examples of tools people may use. My apologies if I have to walk around now. Didn't expect this one today, did you people? Excuse me, what?
I said we're loving this.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see. So, this is a calculator, this is noise canceling headphones, and this is a baking pan, and this is a checklist. If my job is to bake a cake, which tool do I need? Would anyone? Yes, that person.
Is it a pan?
This?
Yes.
Correct. That is correct. If my job is to file papers in a loud room, which tool would I need? Anyone like to answer? Yes. Correct. These things. Let's see here. If my job is to track my hours, calculate my pay, or give the correct change, which tool do I need? Yes. Calculator? Correct. If my job is to complete a set of steps, like opening a store, stocking shelves, or closing, what tools help me not forget anything? What tool do I need? Yes. I saw what? Yes, a checklist. That is correct. Tools don't make you less independent. They make you more successful. And knowing what tools you need, that's just part of being professional. Gonna go back over here now. There we go. Here's how I think about being professional. Sometimes I call behind the scenes planning. Well, this is something I call behind the scenes planning. You are the player. Your coach is the coach. Before your shift, you can ask, what are my 3 main goals today? Is there anything new? Can you practice once? When support happens behind the scenes, co-workers see you doing the job. That builds respect. If your coach is always right next to you, it's okay to say, can we do our planning behind the scenes today? I want you to show my boss I can handle this. When you have the right job fit, the right tools, and the right support, something powerful happens. You start to see yourself differently, and other people start to see you differently as as well. That's what I want to leave you today with. I need one more volunteer. Who would like to sort some eggs by color for me? Just raise your hand if you'd like to join in with this. That person back there. I saw you raise your hand first. So please come up here. What's your name? Logan?
Logan Galant.
Nice to meet you, Logan. So, what you have to do is organize these into the correct bucket. So, for example, orange, blue, purple, red, yellow, green. Then, what about what? I think that's yellow. Yeah, just count as yellow. Now, while this person is sorting eggs, I want you all to tell me if this is a red or green situation when it came, if you remember back to the apples and how that system worked. Now then, if I'm standing over their shoulder and was to occasionally grab an egg out of their hands to fix it, what would it be?
Red.
Correct. Red. If I was to stand a few feet back and give them a thumbs up or a checklist, step in only when they look at me for guidance, what would this be?
Green.
Green, correct. Which version of our worker, which one makes our worker look more and feel more like a professional?
Yellow.
Green. Green, correct.
Green.
All right. Thank you, Logan. You can keep going if you want.
He said he had really good attention to detail, I think I'm remembering, and he's not gonna walk away until the whole job is done.
Yeah, I love it.
Tell you what, if you can finish that before I'm done speaking, you can keep everything in. That's it. There.
That's his parting gift for him.
Oh, you can take it. Take a bucket. Okay, if anyone wants some of the stuff, there's candy in there, so feel free to take it. Yeah. Work, excuse me. Work is about people. Something that helps me connect at work are saying hello, asking someone how someone is, cleaning up my space, knowing my job coach is my partner, not my shadow. If a job is not the right fit, you did not fail. Sometimes the job needs to change, not you. Just like those apples, what makes you different is often your greatest contribution. Work is about being valued. Work is about belonging. Give me a quick thumbs up if you think everyone deserves a chance to work.
Yes.
I agree. And that includes people like you and me. And remember, this does not end here. If you leave with tools, you can find work to get work and to grow in your career. Thank you, and any questions?
Alright, questions for Jonathan?
Oh, Javonda.
So when you were talking, my name is Javon, so when you were talking about different types of support, what if you're not getting enough? What color apple would that be?
Well, you can ask for more support, 100%. Then you can always ask for more support from your job coach or your support people to help you out in specific areas. But ultimately, the work should be done by you, not have them do the work for you. Does that make sense to answer your question?
And advocate for the kind of work that the kind of support you need and why you need it.
Great question.
That is great.
Anyone else? Yes.
Obviously, different supports are sometimes going to be more or less helpful in different situations in your life. Has there ever been a time where one support that you regularly use turned out not to be so good in a different part of your life?
That's actually a really good question. A support that's not always been the best. I would say some things that I use in my normal life doesn't translate fully to my work life, but I can't think of a specific situation off the top of my head, so my apologies.
Oh, that's fine. That's just knowing that you can think of a situation is good enough for me.
Yeah, so my apologies, man.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Alright, anyone else? Alright, that guy has a question. And I think there's something.
So Jonathan, do you still most likely get accommodations at work when you need it?
Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes I do too.
Nice. I get accommodations, I'll actually go a little bit more in detail about this. I get accommodations through my support people, specifically my mother, who helps me a lot with this stuff. She's been helping me with all the organization stuff.
But what is my role for you? Jonathan has...
In my support system?
Yeah, well, in your self-direction, Jonathan is 23, he is fully self-directed through the Department of Disabilities. And what is my role for you? What am I hired as?
What?
What do you pay me to do?
I pay you to be my assistant.
To be your job coach.
What?
I'm your job coach.
And my job coach.
Yes. So I am paid, I am paid as Jonathan's job coach, so we work together. When I'm job coaching him, I am not his mom.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yes. We'll get to you in a second.
Sorry, it's less of a question and more of just like a comment. I have heard of job coaches before, but I wasn't aware that a parent could be paid to be your individual job coach because more often than not, my parents have been more informal with their job coaching throughout the years. So how exactly did you set up that process to be a paid job coach, being family and all?
That is a very long story that I'm not fully sure if I'm allowed to go into fully, but to give you the highlights, and you can stop me if I'm going too far, Mother, so please listen in.
Yes, I'm listening. I'll support.
Basically, what happened is we had to go to DDS and be like, hey, this works best for me. And they went, no, she's a parent. But they offered my brother, so we just kept fighting until they said, okay, this is clearly going to work best for you, after countless testimonies and all that stuff, just to get everything done and dusted.
And so there is a regulation in the state of Massachusetts that you can be your child's, you can work for your child under DDS when your child turns to be an adult if you are not their guardian. I am not Jonathan's guardian.
Okay.
So that it definitely was pushback, but at the end of the day, Jonathan advocated for his needs and got it.
Thank you very much. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
This person had a question over here.
I have a job coach.
Yeah? No, you can just speak. You don't need mine.
I have a job coach with Bradley, and she go with me every day. I do my dad. She dropped me at work. But I don't need her to come with me at work. I'm fine without her. But I know how to do the job and I went there. I'm proud of that. I'm doing good.
Good for you. Any other questions?
John,
Jonathan, I just wanted to thank you so much for all your hard work with this presentation. This really was inviting. And you know, I might steal some of these ideas and use them directly working with people because these concepts were so helpful today. So I just really wanted to thank you so much.
Well, thank you, but I couldn't have done it without the wonderful staff here today to help me out with the whole sign language and running on the mics.
I'd like to say something too to all the people who participated. I thought you made my experience here. I do job coaching as my cohorts do right here. I learned so much about what it is to back off from all of you and your stories about what your interests are, as well as what makes the best coach for you, and I want to thank everyone who participated here.
Thank you so much.
How about
10 minutes. I know we wanted to get a cool shot with all the puzzle pieces. Like,
Yes.
this up if you guys are down for that. If you